Hi, Doc.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, we can talk today.
Fabulous.
I had a good idea, something we could chat about.
Sure.
Had a new patient come in last week who had a lot of issues with their back, mostly like upper back between the neck and shoulders. Pretty common problem. But we spent some time with her, and I was chatting and asking about, other symptoms that she had. And one of the more common questions I'll ask someone, even if they don't bring it up, is, do you have headaches? And she said, yep, I do. And I said, okay, well, what are they like? She's like, they're just normal headaches. And that always brings a radar up in my attention, because there's no such thing as a normal headache. A headache is, by definition, it's a signal your body's giving you that there's something wrong. And the body needs something that it isn't getting when you have a headache. And then I asked her more about it. She said, yeah, I get a headache every day. She just thinks it's part of life. She's had them for 20 or 30 years. And it turns out that, she's not sleeping as well when she gets the headaches. Her energy is less. She just feels like she's not herself. Headaches, if anyone's had a headache on a regular basis, they know it just messes with their mood, their attention. They just don't feel like they're as resilient to get through the day if you have that kind of headache. So I always ask a lot of questions when someone has headaches, because not every headache is the same in terms of the cause or the severity, or even some of the red flags that might come up with headaches in terms of more serious conditions that can be going on. But the vast majority of headaches can be helped with chiropractic. Whether it's a tension headache, sinus headaches, certainly migraines, or some headaches are referred to as a cervicogenic headache, which means there's actually something with the upper part of the back and neck that is wrong and out of alignment, not moving the right way. And regardless as the flavor of headache that you might have, talking to your chiropractor about it, talking to me about it is a good idea, because the more we can get to the root of the cause, whether it's a structural problem with something with your alignment or your posture, or something else your body needs that it's not getting, or maybe something your body is getting too much of, whether it's stress or environmental allergens, things like that. I'll frequently find with headaches, most of the time, there's a number of issues that are contributing to it. It's not just one problem, it's a myriad of issues. This woman said she'd had a car accident when she was in her teens. She had a bad whiplash injury. Turns out, I think the whiplash injury probably contributed to not only her upper back pain, but also the headaches that she's getting on a regular basis. Most of the time, there's something you can do to help. I'll tell people with headaches, if we can affect the duration, like how long you have the headache, the frequency, so how often you get the headaches, and the intensity of the headaches, if we can decrease all of those, your quality of life is going to be a lot better. You're going to feel more like yourself. And it turns out after a few visits, most people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how often I was having those headaches or how bad they were feeling. And once they start to go away, you kind of realize, oh, this should be my normal. This should be my baseline. I shouldn't feel this way anymore. So if you have headaches, anyone you know with headaches, it's a great resource, seeing a chiropractor. Usually we can get to the bottom of it fairly quickly and get them feeling better.
Well, that's great information. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Miranda.